The Little Princess and the Quiet. Dark Staircase. Once upon a time, in a soft golden castle nestled between whispering hills and silver blue rivers, there lived a little princess named Luma. Princess Luma was not like the other princesses you might have heard about. She did not spend her days only learning royal dances or wearing sparkling crowns, though she did enjoy those sometimes. What she loved most was exploring. She loved finding tiny secrets, a ladybug hiding under a leaf, the way sunlight painted shapes on the walls, or how the wind hummed a lullaby through the trees. But there was one place in the castle she had never explored. It was the old staircase. The staircase was tucked behind a tall wooden door at the end of a quiet hallway. The grown-ups called it the Old Tower Stairs, and they always said, "It's too dark there," or "There's nothing for you up there, dear." Luma didn't like the way they said "too dark," because to her, too dark sounded like a place full of stories waiting to be discovered. One evening, after dinner, when the sky outside turned deep blue and the first stars began to blink awake, Luma found herself standing in front of that tall wooden door. Her small hand rested on the cool brass handle. "Should I?" she wondered. Her heart made a soft thump-thump. She wasn't scared exactly, but she wasn't completely brave either. And that, you see, is where all good adventures begin. Luma took a tiny breath, then another.
"I'll just look,"
she whispered to herself. She slowly turned the handle. Cree! The door opened just a little. Inside, it was dark. Not the soft, cozy dark of bedtime under blankets, but a deeper, thicker kind of dark. The kind that made everything look like it was hiding. Luma peeked in.
"Hello?"
she said quietly. No answer, only silence, and the faint smell of old wood and time. She pushed the door open a little wider. The staircase spiraled upward, round and round like a giant stone ribbon, disappearing into shadow. She swallowed. Then she did something very important. She lifted her chin just a little.
"I can go slowly. Slow is okay,"
she told herself. And so, Princess Luma stepped onto the first stair. Step. The stone felt cool beneath her slipper. Step. The staircase made a soft echo. Step. Her heart still said thump-thump, but now it felt a little steadier.
"Slowly, slowly is brave,"
she whispered. The darkness wasn't empty. It was full. Full of quiet, full of listening, full of tiny sounds she had never noticed before. There was the soft tap of her shoes, the gentle whoosh of air curling around the staircase, and somewhere far above, a faint twinkle. Luma stopped.
"Did I imagine that?"
she asked. She looked up. There it was again, a tiny flicker of light. Not bright, not loud, just patient, waiting. Luma smiled a little.
"Maybe the dark isn't all dark,"
she said, and she kept going. As she climbed higher, something wonderful began to happen. Her eyes started to adjust. Shapes slowly appeared where there had been none before. The curve of the wall, the edge of each step, the gentle swirl of the staircase.
"It's like the dark is teaching me to see differently,"
Luma said. She reached out and touched the wall. It felt steady, strong, not scary at all.
Hello, staircase,
she said softly. The staircase did not answer with words, but it answered in another way. It held her. Each step was firm beneath her feet. Each turn guided her upward. And somehow, Luma began to feel less alone. After a while, she came to a small window. Moonlight slipped through it like silver ribbon.
Oh!
Luma gasped. She stepped closer. Outside, the world looked different from up here. The trees looked like soft shadows. The river shimmered like a quiet secret. And the sky was full of stars. So many stars.
Were you always there?
She asked them. The stars twinkled, as if answering, yes. You just had to come and see. Luma pressed her nose gently to the glass.
I was a little afraid,
she admitted. The stars seemed to sparkle brighter, as if they were saying, that's okay. Luma smiled.
Thank you for waiting for me.
She turned back to the staircase. It still curled upward, still quiet, still mysterious. But now, it didn't feel like something to fear. It felt like something to understand.
Let's keep going.
Step, step, step. Up she went. Not fast, not rushing, just steady, just brave, in a quiet way. And as she climbed, she began to notice something else. The darkness was changing. It wasn't as thick anymore. It felt softer, gentler, like it was making space for her.
Maybe the dark isn't trying to hide things. Maybe it's just waiting for me to arrive.
Luma thought. At last, she reached the top. There was a small round room, and in the middle of that room was a tiny lantern. Its light was warm and golden, not too bright, not too dim, just right. Luma walked closer.
Hello, were you the light I saw?
She said. The lantern flickered gently. It felt almost like it was greeting her. The flame danced softly. Luma sat down beside it.
You know, I thought the staircase was scary,
she said. The lantern glowed quietly.
but it wasn't.
She continued.
It was just unknown.
She thought for a moment.
And I think unknown things can feel scary until we take one small step.
The lantern flickered a little brighter. Luma giggled.
Are you agreeing with me?
She looked around the little room. It wasn't grand. It wasn't fancy. But it felt special, like a secret that had been waiting just for her.
I'm glad I came, and I'm glad I didn't run.
She said. She hugged her knees.
I went slowly, and that helped.
The lantern's light wrapped around her like a soft blanket. Warm, safe, kind. After a while, Luma stood up.
I should go back now, but I'll come again,
she said. The lantern flickered happily. Luma waved.
Good night.
As she walked back down the staircase, something amazing happened. It didn't feel dark anymore. Not really. Because now she knew it. She knew the curve of the steps, the feel of the wall, the quiet sounds, the waiting light.
Hello again.
She whispered to the staircase. And this time, it felt like an old friend. When she reached the bottom, she gently opened the wooden door and stepped back into the warm, glowing hallway. The castle felt the same, but Luma felt different. Stronger, calmer, a little bit brighter inside. Her mother, the queen, saw her.
Luma, where have you been?
She asked gently. Luma smiled.
I went up the old staircase.
The queen looked surprised.
Were you afraid?
Luma thought for a moment.
Yes,
She said honestly.
but I went slowly and I found something wonderful.
The queen knelt down.
What did you find?
Luma's eyes sparkled.
A light and myself.
She said. The queen hugged her softly.
I'm proud of you.
That night, as Luma lay in her bed, tucked under her soft blankets, she looked at the shadows on her wall. They didn't seem scary anymore. They seemed like quiet shapes, resting, waiting. Just like the staircase had been. She closed her eyes.
If something feels dark, I can go slowly.
She whispered sleepily.
And slowly, I can see.
The stars outside twinkled. The castle grew quiet, and Princess Luma drifted into the sweetest dreams. Dreams filled with gentle steps, soft light, and the brave, quiet magic of going slowly. The end.